Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Escape Art by Scott. Here to do another painting video for you. This will be I believe it's my 58th video that I'll be doing. If you would, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that little like button. The way I understand it, the more people subscribe to my channel, and the more they hit that little like button, the more it gets out to the public. So, help me out with that if you would. So let's get on with this. I've got a 16 by 20 here canvas here, and today will be a fall scene for I haven't done one in a while, so I thought I'd go ahead and do one. Probably not doing a lake right in here, and maybe some fall type trees right through here, and a mountain on the top. The sky, I'm not going to mess around with the sky too much. It's going to be a really simple sky because the mountain's going to be covering it all up. Why put all the time and effort in the sky when you haven't going to have a mountain to cover it all up, pretty much. So I'm going to hit the camera off. I will put some white paint up here like always, so I can blend my sky colors in. A lot easier to do that. That's just me. So if you would, just hang on and I'll be right back. Already got that done, and I'm just going to mist it here with some water. Got me some sky blue, very light color sky blue. And let's say I'll come right up here and do something like this, maybe over here. Something like this right here. Alright. Then I'm going to go right into some phthalo blue, which is, of course, is a little darker blue. And I'm going to come right up in here. Right where it's touching that sky blue. Like that. Come right down there, like that. And now just with the same brush you can just and then come right up in here, leave some areas open for some clouds. That'll be your natural clouds. You don't even have to do nothing with it. Something like that. I always just step back. If you are painting along with me, just step back and a few feet and see what you need to add and whatever. And I'm going to do the same thing, and I'll be right back. Alright, got my sky down. Now I'm mixing up some black, blue, and I put a little white in there just to lighten it up. Because this particular mountain, I want in the background. While I'm talking about the mountain here, I want to show you how to put, some of you might have a problem putting snow on with a palette knife. And so I'm going to show you how you can do it with a brush, okay? But first I'm going to put the mountain in with the brush. Because if I did it with a palette knife, it would look too close up, too much detail. I wanted this to be just a little mountain way back here in the background. And just come right here. And however you want your mountain to look, there's another bump right there. Alright. Maybe something right here. And something like that. Now the key, if you want to put your mountain far in the distance, your edges need to be soft. Have some nice little soft edges. A palette knife will leave sharp edges. Right. Just rub this right on in here. you might even put a little mist just to get it wet so it gets smooth. You can just glide that paint right on that canvas. And you know, that way you can make a little paint go a long way, right? I guess sometimes the best way to paint is with no paint, right? Meaning very little paint. Again, that's my point of view. And something like that. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, while this is drying, I can give you little pointers about doing your mountains. Make sure your mountain tops are different and they're at different heights, okay? Don't use just every one of them at the same height. They look like you know, a teepee village. You know, you don't want that. So just a little different, a little higher, shorter, whatever. And that's one of your key points when you're doing your mountains. And while this is drying, I would like to point out another thing. You know, I said in my other videos, you know, one of my things I like to do is watch, you know, a wildlife Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, and I'd be dang if they didn't do it again. I mean, just what people study out there in that ocean, it's just bizarre. Now they're putting cameras in the bait fish. You know, they got these fish and they put cameras in them and throw it out there in the ocean and to track sharks. So the sharks who eat the fish, of course, they swallow the camera because they want to know what the sharks are eating out there. I mean, what do you expect them to eat? What I mean, they eat other fish. They eat other. You see someone that has some, just ate a squid and an octopus and other fish. You know, wow, really? I mean, that's what you really want to see. What do you think? What do you think you're going to find there? In there, an elephant? I mean, a piece of a giraffe? I mean, good grief. The sharks. They're going to eat whatever they want to eat. Turtles, other wildlife out there in the ocean. You ain't going to find a tiger and a shark, okay? I don't know what you're looking for, but something just strange about that thing, all right? So I just thought I'd share that with you guys, all right? I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is still just a tad little too wet. It's almost to that point where I can start laying the snow on here. But I wanted to bring up another point you know, I also like sports, and here recently they're talking about Fernando Tatis, the San Diego Padres, came up positive for those PEDs, 80-game suspension. Now, this is my view, this is my point, which means absolutely nothing, and I know that, okay? But to me, it is not, to me it ain't cheating. I mean, that's ridiculous to call something because they're using some steroid or something, you know, trying to cheat the game. I mean, that, to me, that is absolutely ridiculous, trying to say that is, you know, cheating the game. Ain't no way. What does that mean? I can start using PEDs, steroids for a whole month and then go to a ball field and start hitting 450-foot homers? Absolutely not. You know, that takes months and years of training, you know, to do that. The guy was injured, okay, and he's tired of sitting at home doing nothing, and so he wanted to speed up his recovery. So, you know, he did whatever he did. It's just that, you know, people would lie. You get caught, just own up to it. Yeah, I did it. I had an injury. I wanted to come back and play ball. So, and I used it. And I got caught. Now I'm out for 80 games. Sorry. You know, we would rather hear that than what he was saying, something about, what do you call it? Some type of a worm he had, a round worm, whatever he had. He wanted to use it for that. Come on now. Just own up to it. That's all anybody really wants to own up to the junk. You know, but there ain't no way in the world that someone could just use that junk and then go out there and start hitting home runs left and right. Yeah, okay. I mean, what do you think these ball players that gets uses this stuff is looking at the weather at the game, and there's a 10-mile wind coming in from the outfield into the home plate? Oh, I better juice up some more. I mean, that's ridiculous. Come on. If someone's injured, they're just trying to get back to the game, trying to earn their money and all this. That's all. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Baseball, multi-billion-dollar company here. Okay, you think they got that way clean? I mean, really? Plenty of dirt in baseball, from the commissioner on down. All right, they just ain't got caught. That's all. But enough of my rant on that. I'll be right back. I'm about ready to put some snow on here and some shadow, so I'll be right back. Alright, I got me some paint on a brush. Now your brush needs to be a straight edge type of brush, a flat brush I think is what they call it. Don't use a filled or a round brush, because at the end, at the end of it's round. You need a nice square type edge to that brush. All you do is just come up here and touch it. However you want the angle to come, just touch it and then pull. Either way, you can go left or right. And just keep pulling. Load back up. And let's say you want to come right here. Let's say you want it to bend this way. See how I'm doing here? This is, problem, if you got a problem doing this with a pellet knife, you won't get the same effect as a pellet knife. But, if you're struggling with it, this might be something that you might want to do. Okay? There's that. And come right up in here. That one there. Let's see. Let's do this one here. Pull it and just pull. Let's see. Come right here. I like to come sometimes on this other side here and pull. This is the side where the shadow's at. But I got to thinking about that, guys, is that especially I watched Bob Ross many of his videos, and he would paint one side white and then the other side blue, the shadow side. Well, in reality, snow is going to fall down on both sides of the mountain, so you're going to have snow. It's just that when the shadow, depending on where the sun is at, the sun's over here, the shadow's part is going to be over here, and vice versa. So you can still put shadow on top of that, and I'll show you. Just a little bit. Just to make sure, if you are doing this type of technique, make sure that you don't look like there's a bunch of strokes or lines and everything through it. Trying to kind of blend it all together. Let's see, there's a ridge coming right here. Now, in order for me to put this the shadow side in, I gotta wait for this to dry, which is almost very little white paint I used right there. I just put it into my shadow side, just a little blue color, whatever shadow color you want. I put it on this side. I'm going to straighten up this area right here. And let's say I want something like right here. Sticking out right there. See, this is how you can change your mountain. Now this peak, I want to push that peak back. So what you do is take a whole bunch of white on your brush or your palette knife and go straight through it. Very distinct. You want that line right there. Come back up from here. Fix that up a little bit. Try to let this undercolor, the painting of your mountain, that dark color, try to let that show through. It's kind of hard to do it with a brush because you're actually brushing it on, right? Now with the palette knife, if you do it just right, it'll leave those little holes in there. You know, it breaks for you. Hard to break this with using a brush. Let's come right up in here. I mean, you can just go on and on with this. Alright, and I got two brushes going here, so I can save me a little bit of time. Get some other color right here and come out up in here. Put a little shadow right behind this. See, the blue is a transparent color, meaning you can put this blue over top of something and whatever is underneath will show through somewhat. You see, because I'm still seeing a little white right here. And that's what I wanted. And you're just going to go back and forth. See, whenever you put a peak in, it's going to look like just a straight line. So don't forget to come back in here and kind of break up that line. All right? Break that up. However you want to do it, just do it. Something like that. I kind of like that. Let's go up further with that. See how I just went up further with that little peak right there? Nice. I'm going to continue on with this, guys, and then I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm going to finish this painting. Now today is Tuesday the 23rd. I started this painting, I believe it was just past Sunday, and a storm came up, which was okay, you know, thundering and all, and I got looking around, and here I am standing in a metal building. Now I really like painting, but I like living a whole lot better, more, so I got up out of here, alright? So today's Tuesday, I thought I'd finish this one up for you. So this mountain, I'm done with my mountain. You know, I could pick at this and put a little valleys and everywhere in here, but I'm going to go ahead and stop and get on with this painting. But, you know, try this way with the brush technique instead of the palette knife. You know, you might like it better with the brush. Whatever, you know, makes you happy, whatever. But I'm going to continue on here and come right here at the base of this mountain. And I'm going to put me into this little bit of this little mist area right down here. Of course, this acts as your separator. I'm sure you have heard me say that before. This separates whatever you're going to put right in front of that. And I'm just using no tapping technique. Alright, you can come up with this. Make sure you're going in the direction you know, of the mountain. You know, this is coming down this way, so you want to brush it up this way. You don't want to go this way against the mountain, okay? Just kind of right in here. You know, what? You see why I'm holding this brush? I'm holding it up and down. That will be, a technical term would be vertical instead of going across horizontal. Because if you go like this, it looks like you're just cutting right in half. It's going to be more of a straight line. But this way right here, it gives you more variety of this mist. The mist, you know, goes everywhere. It just doesn't go on a straight line, right? Alright. About done with this mist here. A little more right down here, and I'll be done with that. There it goes. Smooth it out a little bit. There you go. Got yourself a nice little mountain, a little misty area. Alright, if you hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, next thing we're going to do is, I already started it, right here below the mist area. Of course, you ain't going to cover all that up, right? And what you're going to do, again, this is going to be a fall scene. So you're going to use your fall colors, your orange, your reds, you know, all those nice little fall colors. And let's see here. There it is. Looking for my brush. And all you want to do on this one here, you're just going to put a little color back in here. Not too distinct at all. Hardly anything back here. But some of it's not even going to show. Because we're going to, right down here, we're going to put in some more bolder, stronger trees. Now take a nice little clean brush to kind of just fade this out a little bit. And all this technique right here, as long as you are making tree type shapes, I mean, you just don't want to go right here and make squares, okay? As long as you're making your somewhat of tree shapes, you get away with this. A little bit of color right here, there. Again, this is just coming off my mind, my imagination, what this should look like. Hopefully it'll turn out. Now sometimes my paintings look okay, sometimes they don't. I've learned to work with it. And let's get a little dry. It gets a little dry. A little water. That'll fix that. No problems, no worries there. No worries. Alright, you got the idea, right? So I'm going to cut off this camera, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got me a little green on my brush here. I'm going to come right down in here, put me into some little grass. This is, you know, how you can get the lay of the land to lay right here. There. Right. Now that will give me need this to dry a little bit. That'll give me a little time to let you know. You know, I seen some junk on TV again. I have to share it with you. It was on Animal Planet again. I know I talked to this before. You know, about these scientists out there in the water, and they doing these tests on sharks. Now, you know, it just upsets me that these scientists spent years in college you know, doing all that studying and all that headache and all that time and effort, you know, to get your degree and whatever, and you do some crazy junk with that, you know. Well, you know, this is what I'm saying is that they're out here doing this particular study on these sharks, and I need to first give you a little crash course into the human anatomy, the biology. Okay, I'm trying to keep this clean. Basically, you know, when you eat something, you know, it's going to come through the front door, all right, and then eventually it's going out the back door. All right, you know what I'm talking about? Okay. I hope you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go ask somebody. Okay, and they will explain it more in detail for you. But I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, these people out here in that ocean, they's gathering all these sharks up. You know, they eat and, you know, they can go to the bathroom. Well, they're actually taking these containers and scooping that up out of the water and going and testing it to find out about shark poop. I mean, are you kidding me? Really? That is ridiculous now. That is getting crazy. But, hey, whatever makes them happy. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. Got my green in here. I already started on my trees right here. But, there's all kind of ways you can put in these trees. You can just come up here and flick them on like this. Something like that. You can bring some right in front of the other. And one thing I wanted to point out is that I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm just going right into my color because all these colors that I'm using blend in with one another. I mean, you won't find no purple and pink on my palette, okay? This is fall colors here. Let's see here. I think I need to start coming up with this here. Yeah. Yeah. Up here. I needed to get right in front of these trees here to push those trees back. Again, I'm just using orange, red, yellow, ochre, just, you know, regular fall colors here. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way across with this, alright, and I'll be right back. Now I went all the way across here, alright. Now you want to come back with some this plain old green, and we're going to put in some evergreens back in here. Evergreens, that's what they call them, they stay green. You know, it's not really leaves, right? Needles. So they stay green all year long. And it's just kind of nice to see all this green, you know, some green, and all this other color here. It just brings everything together, alright? So I'm going to go put these in, and I'll be right back. Now we're going to make some water, guys. First, right here at the very bottom, go ahead and mist that. Right here at the bottom. Take some of this blue color here, what I did the sky with, and come right here in the middle or so. And just come straight down. Alright, somewhere like that. Make sure you hit that at the bottom. Come up here now, I'm going to give you some some Prussian blue. Come right here at the sides. The way I understand it, water is darker on the sides. The way I understand it. So now I want to come back and get some green. Some good old sap green. Come right here. Let these two colors just blend in together. This Prussian blue and this green. Alright. Now I just wanted to give me some white, just a little bit of white right in here somewhere. Boom. Just lighten it up just a little, not too much. Alright, one more time with the bottom. Now we're going to go across it. There you go. Water. Be right back. And guys, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to reflect these trees right into this water right here. And just go something like this here. A little shorter one right here. Add a little yellow to that. Right there at the tip. Another one. You don't have to get these exact, guys. Not exact. These little reflections. Just want a little hint of something here. Just a little hint. Red, I'm going to go right here with some red. Right in here. Right in here. Some yellow here. Something right here. Alright. Now before it dries, right here, you might even want to do a little squirt again. Come up with your brush here. And just go gently, gently down. Very light touch. And again, go across. Right. Now I'm going to do the evergreens right here. There's one. There's another one. And I'm just going to do the same way. Another one. All the way down. I'll be right back. I'm almost done, guys. Almost done with it. I got me some brown and white right here. And now I'm just going to put in a little dirt. A little dirt. Now let's skip along here. Something like that. Right. I'm gonna go with some water line right under this dirt here. Just let it bounce and play where it wants to. Alright. Now you can come right down in here. Start putting, you can go that way, you can just go this way right here. Lay it vertical. And then, you make it, got your wiggly lines, just go back in there, you can always fix them up. I always have wiggly lines, so I know I gotta go back and always fix them. Alright, almost done, guys, almost, hang in there. Alright guys, I'm about done with this painting here. A few things I wanted to show you, of course, about this mountain. I did this with a brush. Maybe that's something that you would like to try. Came down here, did put in that mist. And see, that mist is a separator. If you didn't have that little mist area right through here, this tree line would look like it was laying right against that mountain. But because of that mist there, it's a little separator. Alright, and then of course came in here with the tree. Leave some of your green showing, all this little green area. And put these evergreens in your fall scene. They look very nice. Alright. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Come on back and see me again. Hey, hit that old like button and subscribe to my channel for me. If anything you got out of this episode here is, guys, do more than yourselves and collecting shark poop. Alright? If you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you fast forward this video. You gotta go back and watch it. Alright? Till next time, guys, take care of yourselves.